My name is Lena, and I am the singer for the band Infected Rain. I live in United States for the past 9 years, and luckily something really wonderful happened to me a while back in 2020. In the beginning of the year, I had the opportunity to meet in person Ilia CASCAD and his wonderful wife. We became close friends, but unfortunately the whole world was paused on this insanity that we all had to face and go through. And in a way, that was very sad times, but something super warm and friendly happened to me in that time. I became closer friends with the Cascade family, and we started working a little bit on ideas, how to garnish my body and my tattoos with something ornamental. Ilia CASCAD is famous for the great geometric tattoos, a lot of ornamental shapes and designs. I had none of that on my body before I met them. I was in love with color tattoos, horror tattoos, dark or just colorful. It doesn't really matter. I had a certain tattoo artists that I liked to get tattooed by. I had certain vision of my body as well. However, because in that time I feel like the entire world paused for a second. My career was paused, their career was paused. After a while of having nothing else to do, when it was allowed to be social, we started tattooing my body. And the first project we had was on my back. I had different big tattoos on my back that Ilia managed to garnish with his ornamental design that he did custom for me. So one of a kind. He was able not only to add something unique to my body that I really, really love. Every day I look in the mirror, but also he managed to put together the other designs on my body, and now I feel whole. I feel like the images I have on my body and the ideas I brought to the previous tattoo artists right now make more sense because they look like something finished, something put together well, and something very tasteful. I loved that. I became addicted to his work and started thinking about ideas, what else to do, and slowly but surely we started adding some more to my body. Our next project was this black sleeve, which was something I always admired. Black work wasn't mainstream at the time, but every time I would see it online or on anyone around me, I always loved it. I love the way it looks, I love the way it complements the body, the contrast in colors, it always spoke to me. However, I didn't think it would look good on me, especially with the tattoos I have. Ilia CASCAD is not only a great artist, he is also very brave. He's not afraid to get into big projects, he's not afraid to get into challenging projects, and he did. I love my black arm so much, and a lot of people still ask, why did you do that? Because I love the way it complements my body. It feels like an extra layer of armor in a way. I love how certain clothing is looking now on my body, and I love the way it looks on stage. But now that brings me to my favorite and our recent project that we had together, which is the tattoo on my neck. I mean, the confidence that it brought to me, it was a lot. All my tattoos, but specifically this one, it's so in your face, you know? And it's so dark too, like people wouldn't think that it's feminine enough or it's, I don't know, fine enough for a woman to wear. But I don't know why, I just right away wanted something very dark. Right away, when I had the idea to add more and go higher up from my chest, because my chest was already tattooed, I knew that I have to have a lot of darkness and just maybe some float to accentuate just the lines of my neck, just because of how in your face it is when I grab the microphone, and you know, you can see all my veins on stage, but like with the tattoo, it makes sense. It adds that extra, like, I don't know, badassness, okay? I like that word, why not? There's a certain finesse in brutality, and I always liked that thin line between horror and a good story, or between life and death, or between, I always was attracted to something darker. I think that there's so much beauty in darkness, and that's why I think I was so excited when I saw this design he created. He had more than one design, I believe 2 or 3 that he offered to me. And the great thing about Ilya's tattoos is that he designs them all from scratch. They never repeat. And that also makes you feel very special, you know? And it's important. Being a musician, especially being a vocalist, gives you a lot of exposure, specifically exposure on stage, and specifically exposure through photographers that maybe you don't even know, that come to your show and take photos, and often you're not in control of those photos. You're not in control of how you look, you're not in control of, you know, your pose or whatever. And I felt fulfilled when finally my neck tattoo was fully done and I started having these pictures on stage. I don't know how I never thought about it before. Having my neck done fully, specifically in such dark colors and big patterns, ornamental patterns, not only I feel like complements my neck, it is more feminine and it looks more powerful on stage. My neck, my throat, my chest is my instrument, and I love the way ILYA CASCAD garnished and changed the way my instrument looks. Yeah, because confidence, I feel like it's a big topic, especially nowadays. A lot of people don't feel confidence, уверенность в себе. Because when people are like, people feel more confident when they wear something, right? Why do they wear like suits for certain occasions and dresses for other occasions? All that is to give you confidence and to make you fit in where you are going. Let's say you're going to the beach, you're not gonna wear the suit at the beach, right? Not because you're planning to swim, but just because no one wears a suit at the beach. It's just something, right? I think it's the same with tattoos. You choose to wear a tattoo so it gives you more confidence. You're more proud of your body or that area of your body that you are trying to accentuate. I'm not only here speaking about this because they are my friends. I started getting tattooed when I was 16. That was my first tattoo. I had a big break for my next one, but I always loved tattoos. I always thought that culture of tattooing and the history of tattooing from back in the day in tribes, that's what people used to doing. They used to do it to be different, to separate themselves from the other tribes, or for their beliefs or for their customs. And even though we don't live in tribes, we don't live in such small communities, we live in one world where we try to have like common rules and common senses and stuff like that. Still, garnishing your body with tattoos makes you more unique. And yes, when I started, unfortunately, people with tattoos were considered either criminals or drug addicts or even worse, you know. And especially the country I come from. I was born in Eastern Europe, a very small Eastern European country. We used to be part of USSR, so my parents and people older than my parents always had the mentality that tattoos are only for criminals, and whoever has tattoos is I don't know, not serious, they never finished school or something, and I was always the opposite of that. I was great in school. I have a university degree and I speak multiple languages and I have a profession and people never thought in the past that that could be compatible. However, now I feel like, and I'm very glad that we live now in the era where tattoo artists can explore different types of tattooing and styles of tattooing and be unique in their own way. And it's normal for people to wear that because even jobs are easier to get, around. Still a few, there's a few restrictions still, but I feel like we're going in the right direction because the time when you were judged based on the way you look, I feel like they are in the past now, or at least maybe, I don't know, I'm convincing myself of that. Maybe I want to think good of people, but it's definitely more than before, let's say that. Maybe next generation after us, or 2 generations after us, will enjoy a world where tattoos are such a normality that no one will people will laugh and be like, wait, what? People used to judge people with tattoos? I don't know. I think that we forget to care about human qualities. We forget to care about such simple and important things in humans, and we concentrate on what people are wearing, tattoos or dresses or pants or makeup. Who cares about that? So I love that the world is opening up and people open their mind and open their eyes and they see that there are other things more important in life to be worried about than someone else's choices and someone else's body designs. So yeah, and I know there are still a lot of countries that are a little bit more strict about that because I travel a lot and my family lives also in a different part of Europe, and I can see that a lot, but it's still not as bad as it used to be. I was very mistreated back in the day when I used to live in Moldova, which is the country I was born. And yes, for my choices, the way I want to put my hair or braid my hair or the tattoos I wear, I was called all kinds of names and everything, but I don't blame people. It's the society, it's not their fault, it's how they grew up and what their parents taught them. So I'm hoping for a better world where, the next generation will be so open-minded and their parents will tell them, hey, having tattoos is fun, do it, I'll go with you. Like, that's the best parenting right there. I mean, I think. Yeah.
Marker! Do we make a... Yeah.
You know what this is a good opportunity for?
No ads here.
Wait for it.
I need sponsorship before they start getting all this.